Hello everybody, my name is Adeyemi-Kayne, but you can call me Sugar. Sugar is spelled S-H-U-G-A, which means simple, humble, unassuming, good-natured African. Today I am going to be making for you a simple meal of homemade onion rings and burger. So you need some salt, some seasoning cube, some cayenne pepper, some lemon peppered seasoning, and some powdered garlic, with about a pound of minced meat. And then you need 1 egg, half a cup of milk, some onions, about 1, and then you need half a cup of flour, and then you need a combination of seasonings such as nutmeg, cayenne pepper, salt, and garlic powder, which you drop into your batter. And then this is your bacon. You are going to cut this into long strips and then dice it so you can fry it until it's crunchy brown. The next thing you need to do, you need to crush your seasoning cube into the minced meat, and then you add some salt, some cayenne pepper, as much as you desire, and then you start to mix it all together. And in the process, you begin to form the mincemeat into balls, as many as you can squeeze out of it, but I decide to make just 2 balls out of it because I'm going to be frying 2 burgers. So the next thing to do is to slice up your onions after giving it a quick wash. I like to slice it not too thin so it can be chunky. And the next step is optional. I like to soak my onions in cold water for about 5 minutes. This removes the stinging bite and mellows out the sharp taste of the onions. And you leave that for 5 minutes. So it's time to make your batter. By the way, that's my song playing. I went to the studio to make a song, so you can download it if you want. For your batter, you need a cup of flour, add in half of the milk you have. You will need the other half later on. Drop in an egg, and then add your seasoning, which is your nutmeg, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and salt, and then you begin to whisk. Now, if you want it to be a thick batter, you don't need to add any more milk. Or if you want it to be a little bit liquefied, you can add some more milk. I like it to be a little bit liquefied, so I added some more milk. This is your bacon. You need to cut it into thin strips, which you're going to dice up later on. This is something you're going to drop on top of your burger so you can have an added extra crunch when you're biting into your burger. So you set that aside as well. And your burger, which you're going to start frying in a couple of seconds. What I like to do is, after I've molded them into balls, I like to use some cling film, which I place over the burgers, and then I press it down with a side plate. I press it down firmly, and then it gives me an even round shape. There, just like that. And you drop it into the hot oil. And you fry this for maybe 5 minutes. If you want it to be well done, you fry it for 7-8 minutes. I like mine to be well done, so I fried it for 7 minutes on each side. Don't forget you have to put it on low heat, otherwise it's going to get burnt. And when it's done frying, you set it aside on a plate. The next thing to do, with that same oil you used to fry your burgers, you now drop in your bacon. Then you fry your bacon until it is crunchy brown. This is because you want to have that extra crunch when you're biting into your burger. You set that aside as well. You can see that. You can see that it is crunchy looking. And the next thing to do is to drop your onions, which you've soaked for about 5 minutes, into the butter, and make sure that the butter coats the onions thoroughly, and then you drop them into the hot oil. You're supposed to fry this for 3 minutes if you're using a deep fryer. I'm not using a deep fryer, I'm using a conventional non-stick fry pan. So I had to fry it for a minute on each side, and I had to turn it, and there you have the result. It's golden brown and it looks delicious. You put some mayonnaise on your bread, your burger, your lettuce, some onion rings, some tomatoes, some of that crunchy bacon you fried earlier on. I don't like too much ketchup in my burger, so I just put a few drops of ketchup. Put some mayo on the last piece of bread, which you've toasted, and then you slice it into two. You can eat it that way if you want. I just like to slice it for presentation. And there you go. That's your lettuce burger with tomatoes, crunchy fried bacon, and your onion rings. I hope you enjoy it when you make it at home. Let me know if you do. Drop a comment in the comment section, and thank you for watching.